Welcome back to the channel. In this video we will be learning on how to become a better writer through reading and what this actually means in practice. So in this video we will be looking at passive reading versus active reading. In passive reading we tend to look at a book or a work of fiction as a form of entertainment. We take in the whole work as a whole rather than appreciating the small details and aspects of that work which actually make it work in the first place. However, in active reading we look at an author's specific aspects in regards to their storytelling as well as their writing. So we must ask ourselves the question, why is this work successful? Why are these characters intriguing? Why is this author successful in a certain genre than other authors are in their genre? And the simple answer to this is that most successful authors, they tend to have a better critical thinking perspective of their own work, and therefore they self-edit better while they're going along. And this doesn't mean most authors or most writers aren't good at their craft, it just means that it takes them more time. So for example, in my first novel, Old Eyes, shameless plug in the background there, in my first novel it took me about 3 to 5 months roughly to finish the first full draft, which was basic. It was horrible, it wasn't up to scratch at all, and it wasn't at a place where I was happy sending that out into the world, even just for a beta reader or even just friends to read it at that stage. However, as I've gone along the process, I'm writing other stories, I'm also doing a master's in creative writing at the moment, my own self-editing and my inner critique is getting better as you go along, and I think that's what all writers do. Therefore, how can we improve our reading, especially from an active reading viewpoint, to improve our writing? The simple answer is just note-taking and brainstorming, trying to look at the different aspects, why that work works, but not stating the obvious. The obvious being, what is happening in the story? What are the characters doing in the story? These are details which are very specific to story, and there's a lot of crossover between different stories and different writers. What I mean is focusing on the technique and the effect of those techniques. So, first tip from my perspective, I find it easier to actively read something that I've already read, something I'm familiar with, something that I also enjoy. So I've already enjoyed it from an entertainment perspective, and now I can turn my critical eye to its pros. The next tip, after you've chosen a work of fiction that you're familiar with, something that you really enjoy, then choose a specific scene that you really enjoy, or start at the beginning or start at the end, start at your favourite cliffhanger in the novel. Or if it's something in your own work that you're struggling with, choose something that you're struggling with. So for example, if you're struggling with romantic scenes in your novel or in your short story or your novella or whatever it is that you're writing, look at your favourite authors or look at your favourite books and look at the scenes which really work in regards to your weaknesses, as well as looking at what works and what doesn't work. For example, things that you could look at could be characterization of certain villains or certain stereotypes or archetypes of certain heroes or characters. You could look at building tension in certain scenes or the pacing of certain scenes, and also just character development or plot development in general, especially in regards to subplots. Also, while you're reading a work of fiction, actively reading and making notes, try and look at the sensory details that the author is giving you in regards to what the characters are experiencing in said scene. Also, when you're reading your favorite stories and actively reading, look for foreshadowing. So look for clues and symbolism that's hidden within the language, something that you need to read the whole book to understand, but will allow you, because you've read the book before, to understand these aspects of the story. Again, like many times you can watch a movie many times and you can always pick up something new or understand something more. That's because your frames of reference, your experiences, are growing and you understand certain references and things in that work of fiction. A really good book that I would recommend regarding active reading and passive reading, and generally just reading to become a better writer, is a book called Reading Like a Writer by Francine Prose. I'll maybe put it floating up somewhere here, kind of, question mark. I'll also put a link down in the thingy-majig comment box thing, brain part. Like Stephen King says, most people need to read if you want to become a better writer. If you don't read, you don't have the tools to be a writer. I think this is definitely true. And again, I think there's definitely techniques out there in books to improve your reading, which will help your writing go along a little bit faster and progress a little bit faster. If you like the video, please leave a like down below. Please leave a comment. I would love to hear what you think in regards to active reading and passive reading, and also your own experiences with reading your own favourite literature or text, poems, anything. Also, please subscribe if you don't want to miss any future content. I will also be posting on my Twitter and my Facebook page. Otherwise, should be releasing a video every Tuesday, I think. Yeah, every Tuesday. But otherwise, I hope that my videos are useful and I'm not just blabbering, I'm talking to myself, which is currently what I'm doing. I'm talking to a camera that's staring back at me like Hal from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Have a nice day, and I hope that your creativity and your writing soars and improves. I'll see you in the next video.